I think we've got somebody that's approaching us.
Coming up here.
Look at
Here we go.
This is the time.
All right, here we go. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, look at this guy. All right.
All right.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's the first on podcast jersey signing that we've ever had on the bench with Beaks. That's beautiful, bud. Not to be gauche or anything. Not to be gauche.
I'm not going to.
All right, so if you want the headphones, if you don't, it's all right. Either way.
So you can hear us better.
Yeah.
What's up, my man?
So Troy Terry, welcome to On the Bench with Beaks. I'm going to go, I'm the titular character on the bench with Beaks. We've got Daniel over here.
Hi, nice
we got
to meet you.
Keith Zanders right there. We've got your super fan over here with Ross. So we are absolutely honored to have you on. Thank you so much for doing this with us, bud.
Yeah, of course. It's an honor for me. It's a fun tournament to be a part of, and I'm excited to get the chance to talk with you guys.
Absolutely. And so like the thing about this tournament for you that I really want to touch on is that this is like a big just DU Pioneers reunion for you right now.
Yeah, I mean, we our team's kind of all DU guys, and we skate with each other all summer and kind of play against each other, and we look forward to this because it's kind of our one opportunity to actually play together and play against other good teams and try to win a tournament for a good cause. So
well, I mean, yeah, and a huge national championship. Congratulations on that, by the way. I mean,
No big deal.
A few years later, let me skip forward to your NHL play now. I mean, obviously you've been playing pretty hard for Anaheim Ducks, and then your good buddy Dylan Gambrell's playing up the highway from you on San Jose. So how's the transition from college to the NHL in your eyes?
yeah, it's a transition, that's for sure. It's little things that you kind of have to learn. I've learned through my whole career, even going from youth to juniors to college. Everything you have to change. I mean, it's just evolving as a player, and I noticed the biggest thing in the NHL is playing away from the puck, and when you're on the walls, I think little things that hockey fans notice, but it's kind of hard to pick up on little details like winning your puck battles on the wall, and you're going against the best players in the world, and they've all got good sticks and they're strong, and so it's hard. I've learned that I got to really be good on my details and that type of stuff, but I think it just comes with confidence. I think I'm starting to learn that I can't get away with everything I did in college, but I still if I have the confidence to try to make plays like that, I think that's when I have the most success. So that's kind of what I'm trying to work through right now.
Biggest thing is finding the open ice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean it's tough. I mean, you're playing against good players, but you're also playing with good players, and just trying to get open. And if you get an open shot in the NHL, it's not like college where you can kind of you miss and another one's coming soon. And you really got to be ready to shoot all the time because you don't get many opportunities to shoot. And if you find open space, you got to try to make the most of it.
I know Ross is just dying to ask you a couple questions.
And also with Corey Perry and
Yep.
Ryan Getzlaff, I mean, you even got Cammy Fowler.
Yeah.
Those guys are just top-notch guys, and they know where you're going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to have learned a lot from them
Yep.
and grown as a player in the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Corey was a guy I was with my first year, and I think each one of those players you said has got something different that I try to learn from. I mean, Corey's such a good natural goal scorer, and I didn't know Corey before. You just see him as a player, and he's kind of a little instigator out there and that type of stuff. And
Just
and
a little.
Yeah, and I was blown away by how nice he was. He was an awesome guy. He's a true pro. And Cam Fowler, I actually lived at his house this year, so I learned a lot from him as a player and just as a person. But he's awesome, and obviously he's a defenseman, but you still just pick up on how professional he is and that type of stuff. And
yeah.
And Getzy, like you said, is just the ultimate captain, ultimate pro, and I feel very fortunate because I do feel he's kind of gone out of his way to kind of take me under his wing, and I've always, if you guys have seen me play, I've always kind of been more of a pass first guy, and When sometimes I probably should shoot more, and I think that explains Getzlaf pretty well. He's probably one of the best passers of all time. And,
Easily.
So I've had a bunch of conversations with him, and he always goes out of his way to help me with that type of stuff.
So just the fact that you guys are both kind of a pass first guy, does that like just playing with Getsy, knowing that he's a pass first kind of guy, does that kind of bring you out of your shell to maybe shoot more?
Yeah, it does. We played together quite a bit. I think our biggest problem was we didn't shoot the puck because neither of us really shoot the puck. But we had the puck. We had the puck a lot. But I mean, it is with Getz. No matter where he is, no matter which way he's looking, no matter where you are, he knows where you are. So that was the biggest thing with him, just always being ready for it.
Coming back to the bench, coach is just saying, somebody's got to shoot the puck eventually.
Yeah, there was a few of those conversations actually.
Absolutely. Let's get something from the peanut gallery here.
I'm just curious, like, from what you said about trying to find space, and then when you get the shot, be ready to take it.
Yep.
And then also, you're learning from the older vets. Has there ever been an opportunity for you to be like, hey guys, this is what I'm learning coming up through the ranks now, and this is what the younger guys are doing, and like, here's a tip that I'm trying to give to you guys to give back the way that you're giving back to me?
Yeah, I think, as a young guy, I don't necessarily go out of my way. If I see something that I don't know if Ryan Getzlaf did well, I don't know if I'm really very comfortable telling him that Ryan Getzlaf of 15 years needs to do something different. But
Just rub his nose
Like, who
and
the hell is
center.
this
Come
kid,
on,
man?
come on.
yeah, but they do. I mean, it's a changing league all the time, and Getzlaf's been in the league from back when, it used to be even old-time hockey, like more physical, and the game's just changed. And he's not one of those guys that's stubborn in his ways, and those type of guys will always kind of, trying to talk through it with us and kind of talk about what's changed and what works now. And, we're always watching video of other teams, trying to pick up on other things other teams are doing. So it's a changing league all the time, and it's a copycat league is what everyone says, and everyone's trying to learn from each other.
Well, yeah, parody, and I think one of the parodies that I think I've heard for the NHL is you can always get better. So this is the question I want to ask you. Like, what is there something that you plan on getting better on, or just like what are you trying to focus, like now, like at least being able to get back on the ice a little bit, and like what do you plan on, just expand? How do you plan on expanding your game at this point?
Yeah, I think for me the biggest thing since I was 14 years old is just getting physically stronger, and I've come a long way. I think I've gained like 20 pounds in the last 2 years.
You're looking pretty beefy, bud.
That's honestly, away from that's the best thing you could say to me. So thank you for that.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome.
But just like I talked about, when you don't get many shots, and a lot of if you look in the NHL, so many of the goals are scored off the pass. You don't catch the puck and mess around, massage it, and then shoot. The goalies are too good, so you got to be able to shoot off the pass, and that's something I've been working on. And also just I found that I'm able to find space and even beat a guy and get to where I want to be on the ice. And I think I'm just trying to build my confidence that, when I'm playing with confidence and I beat a guy, I'm not just like, oh my gosh, I'm in the NHL, I beat a guy and just throw it on net. And instead, I beat a guy, I'm not just throwing it on net, I'm trying to go into the top corner or that type of stuff. And I think that's something a lot of players go through as coming into the league and just trying to get confidence. And I think the sport is so much about confidence, so that's kind of the main things.
Oh, absolutely. And we know you're a hometown boy. How do you feel about the Colorado hockey making a foundation based on helping injured hockey players and making a huge splash? Does that give you any sort of pride, or
Absolutely.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's Marty does such an amazing job, and he's a guy I talk to all throughout the year, and he's truthfully just a guy that I idolize and I look up to, and to be able to be a part of this tournament and knowing that I'm impacting someone's life for the better, and hockey aside, I came off the ice, I was pretty upset about what happened out there, and As soon as I step off the ice, I just think about what we're doing here and what an amazing cause it is, and it's just an honor to be a part of. And it's something that I, even if there was no charity or anything, this is a tournament I'd be excited for. And then when you add just how special and how amazing and how much we're helping people, it's just something that I truly look forward to even all year.
Nice.